Hi, this is Bill, and I'm here to help you with some pronunciation. Okay. Sometimes in English, we have words that have letters we don't pronounce. We call them silent letters. And well, right here, I'm going to tell you about how the letter P can sometimes be silent. Now, this happens when the word begins with the letter P, but then it is followed by another consonant. Now, this is when we ignore the letter P and we do not actually pronounce that letter. It is only silent. So let's look right here. What I have in this word, PN begins the word, but I'm not going to say pneumonia, okay? The P is silent. So all I'm going to say is pneumonia, okay? And pneumonia is a sickness that you get in your lungs that, when you're breathing, you can get sick. It's more common in the winter time, and it's kind of serious. So if you do have pneumonia, I hope you're seeing a doctor and getting help for that. But please, the help I can give you is don't say pneumonia. Just say pneumonia. And remember, it's a lung sickness. When you're breathing, it's kind of like all right here, okay? Now, the next one here, it's not psalm, all right? Now, this we just say psalm. Now, psalm is, it's a part of the Bible. If you read the Bible, if you go to church, there's a part of the Bible that's known as the Psalms, like Psalm 1, Psalm 2. And it's just, information from the Bible and things like that. If you go to church, you probably talk about that sort of thing. But what we'll talk about right now is that you should pronounce it psalm. Remember, we have a silent P, so just pronounce the S. Now, actually for the rest of these, you notice PS is getting very common, because as you look at the next one here, psychology. Okay, now psychology is a subject that maybe you or someone you know studies in school. Psychology is all about how people think. It's like the way the mind works, like why we think the way we do. That's the study of psychology. Again, not psychology, just psychology. So that down here on the next one, similar to psychology, we have psychiatrist. Now, psychiatrist is a doctor who is an expert of psychology. Okay? They've studied psychology all through university. They know psychology. They help people who want to talk to someone about how they're thinking. They want to see a doctor about their mind. They see the psychiatrist, and he helps them with emotional problems or things like that. But yes, so a psychiatrist studied psychology. Now, also similar, we have the psychic. Now, the psychic doesn't study psychology. The psychic is more of a fortune teller. If you're curious or you want to get an idea about the future, you might visit a psychic. And maybe they check your hand or they look at cards. But a psychic tries to tell you about your future. And that's what they do. So yeah, a psychic is more of what we say, a fortune teller. That's a similar term right there. And then down here at the bottom, you've probably heard this before, is psycho. All right, this is someone whose mind is a little broken, okay? And maybe they do bad things because of it. Many, many scary movies have a psycho character in them who's causing problems for other people. So yeah, we have that, the psycho person. It's kind of maybe even a little crazy here, but okay. So as you notice, PS is very common, but don't say the P, all right? So just one more time, I'm going to pronounce these for you. So listen up. We start with pneumonia, psalm, psychology, psychiatrist, psychic, and psycho. So all right, if you ever see these words in something you're reading, just remember there's a silent P when the word begins with P and is followed by a consonant. I hope that helps, and I hope you remember it. Have a good day.